Good afternoon, baseball fans. It's junior high baseball action. It's the West Central Cougars versus the Payson Seymour Braves. Junior high action. This is the first game for West Central. Don't know much about the Payson side of things, but this is Denny Wortman. Alongside me is the lefty, Phil Pratt. Back at it for another year.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's an 8th grade year for my son, so.
Yep. I had an 8th grader last year. I'll have a 7th grader this year, but we have a pretty talented team. We'll talk about him quite a bit. They play a lot of travel baseball, especially the 7th and 8th graders, so a good portion of them do.
And there was a good amount to go out. They didn't have to actually use 6th graders this year.
Yeah, in the past couple years we've used 6th graders, but we will be talking about that as we go through things. We'll have time for that. Baseball usually allows us a little bit of filler time, so let's go through some of the things for West Central. For West Central, and pitching, batting first will be Brock Fuller. Batting second and playing third base will be Hudson Little. Mason Alexander, another one of those 8th graders that we're going to lean heavily on, will play shortstop. Another 8th grader that we'll lean heavily on, the first baseman Colby Pratt. We have Easton Van Tile that will be in the DH position. He's hitting for Jacoby Bigley that will play left field. Then we have Jordy Ray playing center field. Knox Fortman will catch Brock Fuller today. And then second baseman Maddox Chapman, and we'll round up the order with Jace Fryman playing right field. For Payson, I'll let Phil kind of fill you in on that.
So we got number 21 playing shortstop is Parker Wiseman. Batting the 2-hole will be number 23, James Penrod. He's playing center field. Batting the 3-hole is number 22, Braden Dolbear, playing second base. Batting cleanup is Jackson Brinks, playing first base. Batting 5 is number 6, Brady O'Deer, and he's actually the DH. Number 6-hole will be number 3, Trip Johnson, and he's the pitcher today. 7-hole will be number 42, Boehner, playing left field. Number 8-hole will be number 1, Beckett Schreck. He's a right fielder. The 9-hole is number 10, Noah Haddon. He's playing third base. And then Gooding is your catcher, who's being DH for, number 4.
So that's your lineup for the Braves. The pitcher, Brock Fuller, is getting his warm-up tosses in. And, Phil, we have a guest speaker right off the bat. Aaron Liddick is back.
Hey.
Good to see this guy.
Yeah, hey, everybody. What's going on? I'm just, and truly as a guest speaker, because I won't be on here very long.
Allegedly.
But I gotta check out this West Central Junior High baseball squad this year.
So Aaron, along with my 8th grade son, they played baseball last year into high school now. But good to see Aaron here. He does a lot of basketball games for us, so I'm getting excited for that sport too. I know we're leaving Phil out on this. Phil's like,
hasn't even started yet.
Don't jump to basketball yet.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
who's going to clean the floor?
Yeah, I know. You're going to have to make sure you continue to make time for that floor cleaning in there.
Yeah. I'll work on what I can do. So,
look at this group, though. Good-looking group out here in the field for the Cougars. Fuller on the mound here. That kid looks like he's grown about 4 inches since the last time I saw him.
We were talking about that, and it's probably the same for the Braves as well. You know, that 1 year, that 7th grade to 8th grade year jump.
Yeah, that's big. Justin's always talked about that.
First pitch from Fuller is a ball.
And bringing some heat, too.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. This is a group that played Blue Cat baseball. I'm talking Fuller, Pratt, Alexander, that were really the guys that we're going to have to lean on this year that had just had a whale of a summer ball.
Field's looking great, too.
Yeah. So, Justin did the Bananas game this year, and he actually talked to the head groundskeeper for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Is he coming down to help us out?
He said you can't put enough water on these fields. So that's the good thing.
Nice job by Fuller. He's ahead 1 ball, 2 strikes, and both strikes very firm.
Yeah. I'd say you're going to see something off speed here if I was just guessing. But nope.
I like that.
Swing and miss.
Sometimes you've got better stuff. Throw it past them.
Yep.
That's 1 down for West Central.
They're talking about, the field's playing awful fast. They got an 1 3/10 last night with the sprinkler on. I mean, a downpour, and he was still watering the field, and it's hard. So.
Well, I'm just looking to where, Knox is digging in behind the plate there,
right.
and it's still.
It's soft under there, but, it's just. But That one's a little upstairs. Takes ball 1. Penrod does. Fuller evens up the count, 1-1.
You know, Aaron and I called Brock full count Fuller last year, but that was in a good way. So I told Coach, we don't want to see full count Fuller on the mound.
Right.
No, only want to see him at the plate.
Yep.
Is this our first game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
First game.
It's been a gauntlet for the boys, you know. Baseball in the morning and football in the evening.
Yeah.
So
That evens the count.
2-2.
2-2.
Yep.
Good swing there by Penrod.
Well, as a batter, I tell my sons this all the time: pick up what he's doing, and I don't blame Brock for not trying to go off speed or anything. Just stick with your fastball,
Right.
and he was ready for it.
He's that one upstairs a little bit, so.
That was an off-speed pitch there that he just left a little high.
Yep.
Yeah. And maybe your philosophy is just don't show him anything first time through. Don't show him anything,
Well,
and
just let him hit it. I think that defense is pretty nice out there. So, like I said, put it in play, let your defense do the work.
Penrod doing a nice job, fouling off a couple good pitches from Fuller.
Yep.
Nice pitch by Brock, strikes him out, strikeout number 2, and out number 2 for West Central. I think Knox needs to pay attention to how he is digging in. He's starting to find himself in a hole. He's now 3 inches shorter.
He's going to trip himself trying to get out of there.
Should we get a... Oh, this is the Dolbear, your second baseman.
Good swing by Dolbear on strike number 1. Brock blows it past him on pitch number 2. And he strikes out the side, swing and a miss. West Central
Go hit, boys.
is going to be up here in the bottom half, and we'll bring it to you. Ready for the bottom half of the first inning. Brock Fuller, our pitcher, will lead off for West Central. He had a great top of the first, striking out all 3 Braves batter. It'll be Trip Johnson on the mound for the Braves.
Takes ball 1 inside. We're going to have to get some of that baseball lingo cleaned up here, like chasing that ball for him.
Yeah.
Helping the umpires.
Ball low for pitch number 2. A little softer pitcher, but I'm watching him warm up. You know, it looks like he's got some tricks in the bag.
Yeah. There's one right there.
Good eye, Brock.
Fuller with the 3-0 count.
I'd say he usually probably has a green light.
Yep, he's one of the best on this team. But he does take it.
He looked down, too, like, that was my one. I could have cut it that one.
Yeah.
I don't know how other teams handle pitchers like this, but usually a softer pitcher gives us a little fits just because you generate the pitcher generates a lot of power the other way around.
Yep.
Brock sends a ground ball to the first baseman. First baseman handles it. And that'll be out number 1 for West Central.
I can tell you one thing I like seeing already from Brock right there. What a good swing, but he's running well. Last year he was hobbled by that heel or foot,
his
and
feet.
looks like he's feeling a little bit better at the start of this year. So that's good.
Hudson Little digs in. He lays down a bunt. He's going to have to hustle here. Johnson off the mound, throws, and gets him. Nice athletic play there by the pitcher.
That's a tough throw. That's right back to him, just kind of in line, as you field it and turn. The runner's kind of coming right there. So that's a tough throw to make.
Yep, and as a first baseman, and Phil, you know this too, you should be calling inside the whole time. And it's hard to teach some of the young first basemen how to get their feet on the bag and how it switches in different situations like that. But first baseman over there handled it well. That's Brinks. Ball 2 to Alexander. He's going to be heavily relied on for some pop in the middle of this order.
Yeah. What kind of bat is that? I like the looks of that thing.
I know nothing about bats.
I don't
it's
either.
like shoes.
It's a bone saber.
Ooh, I'd buy it just for the name. That's a cool. That sounds like it's got
It's a
about
war stick.
200 hits in it.
Yeah.
Johnson on 4 pitches walks Alexander, and he's one of the most athletic kids on this team. So
Colby's got a bone saber also, but he didn't have the flashy one.
Okay.
Let it travel.
The old double nickel.
we'll go ahead and mute Dad. No, I'm just kidding. Pratt digs in, one of the 8th grader. There goes Alexander. Pratt swings through it, and it's an easy steal for Alexander.
I can see Mason actually taking third here pretty quick, too. Should, anyways.
Johnson's kind of thinking the same thing as he steps off, looks him back.
He was kind of like the Jace last year, that was courtesy for Brock.
Yeah, his stats, Jace's was just ridiculous.
And Blaine.
Ground ball to the first baseman. He handles it unassisted, and there goes the Cougars. 1 walk in the inning, and that's all West Central musters. We're through 1, no score. Top of the second inning, Brinks digs in against Fuller. First pitch is a little low. Brock had a nice first inning, 3 strikeouts. Struck out the side. Really just pounded the lower half of the zone. Little inside, ball number 2. Nice job by Brock. You can hear the coaches saying, just put it in there. Let him put it in play.
Yeah, let the defense do it. In and out looked good on our guys, I thought.
Ground ball to Pratt. He backhands it and unassisted out for out number 1. I don't know if he thought that ball was going to travel more to the hole. He just he was in front of it, but still backhand. He's just doing Blaine things over there.
Better not be.
O'Dear steps in. Ball outside. This is the 5th batter for the Braves. Finds the zone on that one. Usually first game stuff, and not to jinx either pitcher, but they tend to struggle finding the zone, a little hyped up. But
jittery, yep, absolutely.
Brock played a lot of baseballs we talked about this summer, as well as a lot of them, and he just looks locked in. Nice pitch.
That come back across the middle, didn't it?
I don't know if it came back across the middle, but that looked good once it got there. That one's stuck in the fence, I think, didn't it? No, there it is. It popped out. I didn't see it.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Are we going one camera behind the plate? Is that where you're at?
I think Denny's
We
on.
are. We got a couple cameras. I just haven't moved them. It's a lot. Yeah, nice job by Brock. Catches the batter looking, and that's out number 2. Strikeout number 4 for Brock.
This is
the pitcher, isn't it?
Yeah,
Johnson?
the baseball name of the day, Trip Johnson.
That's right.
You were talking about that off the air. That is a great name for a pitcher, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
something from like Bull Durham.
Yeah, that's just a great baseball name.
Yep.
He's on the other side of it. He's the pitcher for the Braves, and just 2 different styles right now, really just 2 different body types too.
Yeah.
Brock is a big 8th grader, and I'm not sure what Johnson is. He fouls that one off.
That on-deck hitter did not have any idea that ball was coming his direction.
No. Head on a swivel, son.
Yeah. Home of the throwing roll.
Chances are that's where that ball's going a lot of the time if it's foul.
Colby should learn from that, I hope.
Good to see Thrice Kirkpatrick back there with Blaine and Cole. It's like a celebrity sighting back there.
Yeah.
I mean, those 3 just look like the epitome of cool right now.
Yeah.
Right? I think they're over there talking about last year. These guys aren't throwing nearly as hard as what we were.
Nice pitch by Brock. That makes it a full count.
Fuller.
Yeah, we don't want him there. Last year we had a name for him, Full Count Fuller, but that was because he was such a good batter. He would work the count, see a lot of pitches. On that end, that's the walk for Fuller.
You got that, Denny?
They're going to bring in a courtesy runner. Albsmeyer will run for the pitcher. Boehner steps in for the Braves. And he swings through the first pitch. So are you coming to us from Dot, Mount Sterling?
Yep.
Coming through?
Stopping in, huh?
Stopping through. Braylee's at volleyball practice, so I stopped in just to look in there, and immediately she told me to leave. So
that's good.
That means she's feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
Dad.
Immediately she said, "What are you doing here?" "Okay, you can leave." So then I came out here, going to catch a little of this before I go pick Dax up from golf practice.
That's right. Another one that played last year junior high baseball.
Oh,
ball down. He might have him.
Yep.
Just got past the slide.
Yep.
Good throw by Knox.
Knox had a good throw there. Yep.
Love it. Great one hopper right in the area where the shortstop can handle it.
Yep. Well, he was. I was talking to him a little bit about that. You know, knowing that he's going to have to play a lot of positions based on who's pitching. And he's behind the plate because Brock will be our primary catcher. And he's like, "They're just telling me, Dad, and one hop it to the second baseman." And I'm like, "On this field, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's just
like playing
turf.
on the turf." Yep.
Yeah. And that's exactly what he did. Strike 3. Boehner was looking. Brock gets 2 more strikeouts this inning, and we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning. It's still no score. Bottom of the second inning.
It's going to make him faster.
Easton Van Tile that will step in. He's the designated hitter for Jacoby Bigley, who's playing left field, and swings through the first one. Easton, a 7th grader, good stick. When we watched him all summer, he was one of the big guys for the Blue Cats on the 12U team.
A little off speed, had him out in front there, didn't he?
He's in the hole here, 0-2, and he's going to have to battle. Trip Johnson doing a great job of just mixing everything up. He puts it in play, but it's going to be a foul ball. And we talked about the numbers that we have, and we also should be talking about how deep, we really can be. There's some guys on this bench that are going to be vying for playing time too, so nothing's secure in a lot of positions. Ball in play, bouncer to the third baseman. He fields it, but it's going to be a single either way. As Van Tile gets down the line, I'm going to call it an infield single.
I agree.
Coach Fuller giving the signs. It'll be Jordy Ray at the dish and Van Tile at first base.
It's been a minute since I've seen Jordy as well. He's grown too.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to see him on the mound. He threw a little bit last year, just a nice left-hander for us. Bouncing ball.
Good wheels too.
Another one.
Van Tile get down. Yeah. Safe there. And like I said, Jordy can get down the baseline too, so that's good.
Ball was in play, and I agree. I think the only play was going to be a force out at second base, but he just couldn't get a handle on it. And that's 2 runners on. That'll bring in the catcher, Knox Vortman. He squares, takes ball number 1.
That's going to be great.
And it just spins foul. You kind of had that angle on the bat, didn't he?
Yeah. It's got to be the guy that probably drug the field, probably.
Yeah, you hear Coach just tell him, get a little more water on this side.
Yeah.
A little dust out there. That thing would have died at the softball field in Winchester. Just
We'd still be dusted out.
So that evens the count. Johnson's ready here. Knox is going to square again. And it's going to be ball high. Two balls, one strike. Wortman ahead on this one. And Johnson checks on Van Tuyl there at second.
He had him leaning, too. He took a step the wrong direction.
He had that base stolen. That's what Justin was really hollering at him about.
Knox swings through that one. It's going to even the count 2-2.
And I don't know if he tries to throw a breaking ball or something here, because if it gets past him, you're going to have runners on second and third. So.
Oh.
And
that whole thing was just weird, right?
Van Tuyl gets picked off. That's a big one for the Braves. Count still even 2-2. Runner at first base is Jordy Ray.
He did a good job by staying, because he could have got himself, easy to tag him when he fell, and then had Jordy.
There's a foul ball. First baseman had a beat on it but couldn't make the play.
Yeah.
He went for a little pickoff move at first, but the umpire back here wisely told him, ball's not even in play yet, boys. Ball in the dirt. That'll make it full. Nice play by the catcher back there. Knocks it down. Jordy Ray does not advance. So we'll see.
I'd say he's going now. He get going.
Knox swings and fouls that one off.
Stays alive.
I think Knox looked a little surprised that he called that a foul ball.
I feel like
that one's so hard, because I'm sure even the umpire is playing it by ear, what he hears.
Yeah.
And I'm not too sure. I'm going to go with you on this one. I'm not too sure it wasn't a swing and miss, but as a fan of the West Central Cougars, I'll take it.
Yeah, let's go. Make it count now.
Checks on Ray.
I think Johnson's doing a pretty nice job of keeping people honest on the base pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was definitely a foul ball.
Hey. Battle.
Check, please.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's doing a nice job with the runners, and in turn, that just kind of throws the rhythm off with your batter, So mixing speeds a little bit, making it tough on us.
Good eye.
And that's going to be ball 4 for Knox. Good to bat for him.
I don't know. Would he see a courtesy here, possibly?
I definitely would. He's a smart base runner. Maybe not your fastest.
Well, I hear that. Oh, I'm going to let him run.
Maddox Chapman digs in. Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
We called him Mad Dog last year. We got that nickname from somebody. It must be what they call him.
Poe. When Poe was out in Vegas, I think, right?
It was either Poe or Kayla Little had texted me and said one of those two. I can't remember.
It definitely fits him.
Oh,
if you know Maddox, anything across any line, and he's a Mad Dog.
Yeah.
He fouls that one off.
It can even be in an imaginary line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, there's a line out there. Just go get it.
Anything that involves competition. He's one of my favorites, especially as a basketball player. I'm going to go to that. He's just relentless.
Yeah.
Just relentless.
I really that's not a surprise move that Tripp is doing, but he kind of disguises it well. It's kind of really slow, and he just kind of turns into it.
Nice job by Maddox. He puts it in play. Unfortunately, goes right to the third baseman, and it's going to be a fielder's choice. He throws across, not in time.
That was a good play by the third baseman. That ball got down there quick. Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask you guys is who's Coach Fuller got primed up as this year's expert courtesy runner?
It looks like it's going to be Bloxham that's going to come in on this one. But you're right. Jace, who digs in right now, took over for Brock a lot, who was the catcher. And I bet he's scored 30 times in a junior high season. And had probably, I'd have to go back, but every bit of that in stolen bases. Jace is one of those headsy baseball players, super smart, understands the game really well for just a 7th grader. He swings through that one, pops out of the catcher's glove.
And I think Jace kicked it as well. I mean, accidentally, but there's a little bit of a kick there.
This is like another leadoff hitter for West Central, and it's going to be super important right now as you have Brock Fuller sitting on deck, who can do some serious damage.
That might spin. How would that go? When it hits the catcher's mitt, pops out, and on his swing, and he ends up kicking the ball. Could somebody advance if it went in a weird way?
I don't know.
I don't know. We need a baseball expert.
We know any of those?
Yeah, they're
Justin Fuller.
Coaching.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, we forgot to mention Coach Little stepping in over there at first base. Great to see Coach Bigley out at coaching first base in that first inning, but that's a long walk with that sweet cane bat of his.
Right on.
I mean, if I was him, though, I would continue to take that cane bat out as much as I can because that thing's cool. I'd get that on people's eyes.
Tripp Johnson strikes out Fryman. That'll end the second inning. The Cougars threatened, but Johnson did a great job picking off a couple runners, striking out another, and we go to the third, no score.
Better than 5.
Back at it here in Bluffs. It'll be Schreck to lead off for the Braves. For West Central. He hasn't given up a hit yet. 1 walk and 5 strikeouts already. The only bad thing about strikeouts sometimes is it takes quite a bit in pitch counts, and he's at 38 right now, which isn't bad. He's been fairly efficient. And he just puts Streck away. 3 pitches, strikeout, out number 1. That'll bring in the third baseman, who's made some great plays. Knocking some balls down, making some plays. That'll bring in Haddon, the number 8 hitter. Now.
Just attack the zone.
Attack the zone, and this is a kind of a typical, for both teams, a typical first game as far as trying to wake the bats.
Did some inter-squad with them, so they did get to see some live pitching, but, it's just not like facing somebody else.
Yeah. Yep, and Johnson, again, just kind of a sneaky pitcher, as I'll describe it, throwing some, doing a great job. Brock strike evens the count, 2-2 to Haddon.
Well, good. Just a bit upstairs, I guess.
Brock working. Knox and Brock have a pretty good rapport right now.
Especially since Knox has never really caught him. Back in the Little League days.
Brock gets strikeout number 7 already. That'll bring it back to the top of the lineup. Wiseman, the shortstop. He was the strikeout victim in the first. We'll see how he adjusts. It's always fun to see how batters adjust, pitchers adjust as they hit the second time around. He's got a nice swing, though. Swings right through that one. Maybe, if anything, a tad late, but swing looked really good. Pitch number 2, Wiseman helps him out, swings through a high fastball.
Make short work here, huh?
Yep, Knox getting the sign from the dugout on this one. We'll see if they want to go a little off speed. They don't. They go right with a fastball in a great location. I like that. Right on the outside corner.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't catch it. You're just hoping that he goes for it. Okay, nice job by Brock. Another strikeout. That brings him to 8 for the game in 3 innings. So through 2.5, we still have no score here in Bluffs. Johnson finishes his warm-up pitches. It'll bring the top of the order for West Central. And again, we talked about, kind of when Wiseman was up there just a minute ago, they got back to the. It's just interesting to see how student athletes adjust. And Johnson doing a great job on the mound. He throws an off-speed pitch in the dirt for ball number 1. Hung up there and fouled off. He was just a little ahead of.
was.
Other than that, it might have been in the bean field. I mean, I've seen Brock hit some bombs places. He was playing. He's a younger kid, so he can play 12-year U baseball.
Yeah, that's actually kind of scary.
And it is. He played one time with my son's group because at a need basis, and he hit one off the foot fence. It would have been a line drive home run. He hits a smasher to the first baseman. It's a hard one. He doesn't field it, and Brock's hustle gets him on first base. Nice job by Brock. Hard ground ball. First baseman can't come up with it. They're going to check on him. That being Brinks. Did a great job of getting his body in front of it. It's going to unfortunately be an error on him as we start the first inning, or third inning. That's the unlucky part of baseball, too. You know, you couldn't hit that any more square for Brock. But a great hustle down. Not swinging at that one. He takes the base easy. Heads up baseball by Brock. That's why he's one of the leaders.
Watch that move.
Hudson foul. Hudson takes ball number 2, a little high.
So, you know what, we have the twins, the little twins in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. He played last year as a little. We got a little. They'll just keep following each other all the way through.
Another move by Johnson. I tell you this much. I know Coach Fuller well enough. If we lose another base runner at second base, the headset.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't blame him. Just a nice. He hits a little in
Way
the
to
head.
use your head, Huddy. Way to use your head, huh?
Hudson thing. He likes to swing the bat.
Yes, he does.
But that's Dad over there at first base. He's filling in for Coach Bigley.
Which was good to see Bigley out there.
Yep. We get to see Bigley. He has had some health issues over the last year, and he's just now getting himself back on his feet. Great to see him out there because he's a baseball guy, a guy that really understands the game, helps our kids out a lot. He walked last time. He doesn't see a pitch as Johnson throws to base. Looking to put something on the board. This would be
that
the
right
inning.
center gap.
Yep, there's a gap out there. Knox Wortman would find it.
Yeah.
Ball outside. Carson Brown in his younger days found that side all the time.
Still.
Yeah. Alexander sees another pitch. He swings and fouls it off. Speak more to this, Phil, that can just do some damage with the bat. When he's hot, there's nobody better. Just a super athletic kid, and I'll tell you that he could play center field, be the best center fielder. He could be the best shortstop, and then he'd come up on the mound and be pretty darn good there too.
Absolutely.
Just what a great move. I think Aaron, he's not this anymore, but he talked about it a lot. It's almost like that lefty move to first base. He stays. He doesn't commit one way or the other, and running game. Alexander sends a high one to the shortstop. That looks like nice job by the shortstop. He makes the play. Infield fly was called, so Alexander was going to be out. That'll bring in first baseman Colby Pratt. Pratt hit a ground ball to first last time up.
That's what I like.
That says something about Mr. Johnson there. His move has been really, really good. Pratt hits one right on the line. They're going to call it a foul ball. I think I agree with that because it hit right on the line about by the first baseman got it. It was moving in foul territory.
Need to let it get to you a little bit longer.
A lot of that's the adjustment part. That's what I tell my son all the time. I'm sure you do too. Thinking through every situation and how you adjust pitch to pitch. The guys who can do it well stand out. Base again, it's going to be a nice play by Brinks, unassisted, but the runners move up. Now there's going to be a courtesy runner. That'll bring in Connor Springer with 2 out again. Easton with a last at bat to the third baseman. We'll take that again. With no force out, make him throw across the diamond. That was pitch number 48 for Johnson.
I wonder if they got a full gauntlet of baseball games this week. Oh. Yeah.
Ball was thrown into, well, just third baseman wasn't even there. And I think we had coach I'm not good enough at the baseball rules, the little fine things. I would like.
I was actually just watching Van Tile waiting on the pitch. You know, I wasn't even paying attention, not thinking he was going to go over there because nobody was.
To third base, and I think he looked up.
It wasn't there.
And the third baseman wasn't there.
Yeah.
Through that one, he's in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think you see more off speed here. Yep.
Ball in the dirt. Full. If you're Van Tile, you're looking small again. He's going to have to bring it. Jordy Ray waits on deck. Three and out of a mini little jam there. The score going into the 4th inning is still
0-0.
Brock Fuller back on the mound, top of the 4th inning. He's been on his first one.
What position does this kid play? This Penrod?
Fielder,
Gotcha.
so there's a lot of athleticism there. Usually you find some of your better athletes up the middle. He sends a shot to right field. Ball, but he makes an error on the play on the pop-up. Thought it was going to make it to the outfield. Chapman had it.
He took 2 steps and then had a back pedal.
So the first runner of the inning. Base. There's a wide lead.
Brock's got a pretty good pickoff move too, so.
Dolbear will dig first time up. Working for the stretch for the second time in this game.
But he's sitting in the hole too. Knoxer is.
Yeah, he's going to have to start fixing that. That's a stolen base for Penrod. A little bunt pushed foul. Brock has 8 strikeouts for the game. This would be a big one in the situation. Runner. First time that they've kind of threatened in this game. And he strikes him out. Strikeout number 9. Top of the 4th inning, still no score. First baseman Brinks having a nice defensive game as well over there. Both corner guys doing a good job.
This is the correct?
First baseman.
First baseman.
Two balls, no strikes. Fuller comes set, pitch. It's going to be 3-0. Walk doesn't kill you.
Maybe he thought that was going to be a ball or a strike. Brinks did.
It's a 4-pitch walk, but he might have got fooled a little bit by the way Knox received that pitch. You know, he kind of was moving a little bit. So there'll be 2 runners on for the Braves. 1 out here. The batter.
This year's 5-hole hitter? 6-hole.
He is the 5-hole hitter. He's the DH for the catcher Gooding. Really super impressed with the first outing. You know, again, that first outing is just trying to figure some things out. This play is going to be a tough one for Alexander. He circles it. He throws it. He throws it away. It's going to be. Air was costly, allowed runners at the corners. And the Braves up 1-0. Inning. They check on the runner at first.
They had a shot at him over there.
There's a fake throw to third. Nice job by Hudson Little. And because of that, Knox didn't throw it very well. He pounded it in the ground. And I don't even know if he was trying to throw it.
I don't know either.
If it just slipped out of his hands. Either way, Hudson makes a great play and ends up picking.
Big out there.
Two balls, one strike on Johnson. He's the pitcher on the other side of things and doing a great job. Got him. Nice job by Brock Fuller. He this runner at second wasn't really even paying attention. He fires it to the shortstop and picks him off. So leaves John at the plate. So through 3.5, it's 1-0 Braves. Bottom of the fourth inning, the Braves take the lead in the top half on a couple errors for West Central. Two costly ones. In fact, the runner that on a pop-up. And then a tough play by Alexander, but just the throw allowed and got past the first baseman. So that's how they got their run. Jordy Ray will lead us off here in the bottom half. He takes Johnson, like Fuller, has been in control of this game, just doing it differently. You know, a little bit off speed. Changing speeds. Changing delivery times. I mean, just kind of.
He just mixes it up well.
Just kind
Get the mayor on deck.
That's right. 3-0 to Ray is going to be called for a strike. Base runners, and he'd be a nice one to have.
Yeah.
You know, just again, another one of those athletic kids that can get down the line. Swings through that one, and now we have a full.
Yeah,
full count.
3-1 curveball.
Yeah.
Run, 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 run. You got to go.
Out number one for West Central. That'll bring in the catcher, Vortman. 1 out, bottom of the fourth. He takes ball number one. Vortman puts on high in the air to center field. Center fielder under it, and that's out number two. Not a bad drive by Vortman. And that'll bring in Chapman. Little dribbler down the line. They're going to have a tough time getting him. It's going to be a nice play by the third baseman.
Step. Dang. Boy, if there were 76-foot bases, he's safe.
Nice job by the third baseman. He throws across the diamond for out number 3. We're going to go to the 5th inning. 1-0 Braves. Top of the 5th inning now here in Bluffs. West Central trails this one. Changes here as we have a new pitcher in the game, Colby Pratt. He was the first baseman. The pitcher, the plate, goes to first base. Heck of a job by Brock. Unfortunately, we couldn't get him any runs. 65 pitches. Gave up 1 run, no earned, and 9 strikeouts. So anything we could have asked for. Just the bats have been quiet right now. So it's still got a couple innings here. Got the 5th, 6th, definitely, to get some things rolling here for West Central. And we'll have some of the 5th. But Colby Pratt, the 8th grader, is going to have to come in here and keep things right where they're at. Phil, am I going to have to mute you here?
You just mute.
He'll be all right, Dad. His warm-up tosses, and if you're paying any attention on the Brave side, that's a different catcher. That's the 8th grader, Brock Fuller. Already. Johnson, who was at the dish last inning, a little bit of a jam. Pitch by Pratt. Exactly what Brock Fuller was doing, getting ahead with strike. Second one fouled off to the right. And Pratt quickly ahead. No balls, 2 strikes.
What am I, 3? You can bring it up.
Johnson fouls another one off. That's Fuller's glove.
You're going to miss low on there, huh?
Two strikes. Off-speed pitch shot to the right. It's going to be out of play. Nice hustle by everybody over there for West Central.
No, he'd have caught that. Banana ball, he's out.
That's right. Ball. Pretty cool experience for him.
Yeah.
Ball's in play. That's Chapman. He's going to make.
There you go. Put it in play. Like you said, you can save some.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be hard for a lot of people to square up a Fuller, an Alexander, Pratt. But also, as we talked about sometimes, you know, pitch counts are just, man, it's so difficult. Yeah, and if you've seen our regional, that buzzsaw.
That's a buzzsaw.
I mean, any team could come out of it just based on how they handle. Boehner steps in for the Braves. One down here. Pratt evens the count on that strike. Doing a great job. Bats are silent. Pitching has done its job. That one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boehner hits a line drive, but right at. Nice job, Hudson. That'll bring in the right fielder. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Ball a little low. Shrek swings through the second pitch by Pratt. Another high. Brock Fuller. Stick around. We're going to play some B innings. We'll try to get everybody some time. Nice job by Colby Pratt. He strikes out Shrek, and he keeps it right where it was. 1-0 Braves as we. That'd be nice, but Johnson doing a great job. It's just kind of kept us off balance. We'll see if he comes out. Looks like he's going to. We'll be back in about 60. Well, we apologize. We were actually, my Jim Jackson wasn't here anymore, so you didn't hear any of that. But Brock Fuller just sat back on that last pitch. Apologize.
Sorry,
really.
Sorry, Fuller family.
Yeah, we apologize to the Fuller family because that wasn't great. Jace Fryman doing a great job of just battling, and he was in the hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and just fouled pitches off, waited, hitter should do. So he walks, easily steals second base, and then
they called timeout just to talk about, brought his infield in, the Braves coach, and then I think curveball, Brock just parked it.
Hudson Little sends a pop fly. The first baseman gives up on it. It's going to fall as a single. Second baseman and the first baseman, and it just drops right in there.
But I could see if the first baseman would have been covering the bag in that situation. But
anyway, we apologize. Again, that's why we're not professionals. But again, going back to Brock's at bat, we said earlier in the game that he has the ability to just punish a baseball, and I think he just was waiting on him to float some off-speed pitch in there, and he just turned on it in a hurry.
Yep.
Absolutely turned on it in a hurry. And put it about, knowing the fences where they're at, probably put it about, 220 to 230 out there.
Probably.
So nice stroke for Brock Fuller. Ball in the dirt to Alexander. Hudson's taken off, and he steals that one. So they're doing what we asked them to do, and that's wake up a little bit. Get those bats rolling. So we apologize to the Fullers, but we made it up because we just redid it.
Yeah,
all
so you could just go back.
You can't fire us now.
Last time I remember, you couldn't fire a volunteer.
That's right. And Alexander is hit by the pitch and kind of just want to wonder if Johnson's just getting a little tired. That was pitch number 77, and that might be the end of the day for him. He's done a great job, though.
Yep.
Gave up 2 runs here in this inning, but he's really been the one to just kind of keep us off balance, had us guessing, picked off a runner, and almost had a couple others picked off too. Just did a great job. So he's going to give the baseball up to Dolbear, the second baseman. So we're going to see a new pitcher. We're going to take a break. We'll try to remember to bring our mics back up. And 5th inning. Well, it was we'll talk about Johnson a little on Colby Pratt. Colby stepped in the 5th inning on the mound, did a great job. Held the Braves right where they were and allowed us to in the hole.
Yeah, quick delivery too.
0-2. I think
he's not messing around out there.
He could be just a 7th grader by size, but I feel like I've seen him pitch somewhere. For Hudson Little, and he just gets drilled in the back, and that wasn't fun at all. Double steal, and they get it. It pops out of the catcher's glove, but again, it's one of those where I don't think they play anyway because they had such a great jump, both Little and Alexander, that base.
A base hit would score Alexander.
Third base, even just what he's been doing. Colby has 2 hard ground ball outs to first base. We'll take it. There's no outs right now. But that's an RBI if he gets the same result. That ball evens the count. Dolbear working on Pratt. Nice job by Colby Pratt. It's a ball. It gets away from the catcher. Really, it was a wild pitch. Hudson Little. And now Mason Alexander rolls on the throw to the pitcher. It went over his head. It's going to be 2 runners on the air.
Unfortunately, your batter stood around watching the play who should have been rounding first base. If he wants to buy a ticket to the circus, they'll be for sale. That's unbelievable.
Way, yeah. Well, you know, you being a baseball guy.
And he's going to go back and watch this tonight. I'm going to tell him. That's unbelievable. That's actually uncalled for. Because he's played enough baseball in his life to understand that you don't do that.
You just can't say it to him right now. That's a ball in the dirt, another one in the dirt. Pratt's going to advance on the wild pitch. Catcher a little disappointed, but he's done a nice job back there.
Ooh.
There's one of those rule interpretations here. They're looking for a courtesy runner. It's going to be Bloxham that's going to come back into courtesy run as Pratt now is the pitcher. Bryson will take over at second base. And that's ball number 2 to Van Tile. Van Tile, one of those players, when we'll talk about a couple of them even in the B. They square something up. It's going a long ways.
Yeah. They've played enough. He's just a little late on that.
Swings through that one. Stolen base by Bryson Bloxham. Good jump by him. That puts another run.
Hey.
Ball gets away. Pitcher.
Look at me trying to coach from the chair.
We are West Central fans. We apologize to any Braves. We try to stay fairly neutral, but we bleed black and silver, so. Van Tile swings through that one and strikes out for out number 1. Keep the pressure on. Got another big one out there. It's 4-1 West Central right now, and they've gotten all 4 runs in this inning. Jordy Ray digs in. He swings through the first one. So we told you there will be some B innings. And usually those are pretty structured but unstructured when it comes to runs scored and stuff like that.
Try to switch at so many batters so they get out of hand.
Yeah, they're just getting guys playing time, getting them swings. But we're going to stay here with it. Time on the air as well. Ray slaps one exactly right where we wanted it, right to the right fielder for an RBI single.
Great job there. So he actually listened to the coach.
Yep. You could hear Coach Fuller had said it a couple times, like quit pulling off the ball, just take it to right, stay on the pitch. And he did just that, and it wasn't just a weak little single. It was a nice line shot into right field. 5-1 West Central. Ball way high. It's going to be an easy one for Jordy Ray to get down to second. Vortman in his last at bat sent one into left center. That's going to be ball number 2. He's probably going to see something pretty hard here, and he sees one up high.
Mayor Vortman doing Mayor Vortman things.
That's right. I don't know what he has. I would say he has the take sign here.
Yep.
And he does. It's ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Puts Knox on first base. That'll bring in Maddox Chapman. He kind of started this little mini rally this inning, right?
Was it him or Jace led off? I thought Jace led off.
Jace did let off. Yep, you're right. Maddox had a line shot down the third base line, and he puts one there again. And the third baseman made a great play.
He ran 76-foot bases.
Yeah. Maddox fouls the first one off. And another thing, we're going to talk to Coach Fuller at some point at the end of the B game, so if you want to hear that, stick around. But I think some of the conversation is going to be, just figuring out what he has too,
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, Knox played a little bit. He played quite a bit, I should say. Maddox played a little bit. Hudson obviously played a little bit. But there's some people out there that every year you got to kind of figure out what fits, with what you have as 8th graders. And this isn't going to be the lineup every time, too. You've got some guys I know, like a Mason Stocker that's on the bench right now. He's one of those guys that will run into a ball.
Yep.
You're going to see some guys step in. Maddox sends another one, and a third baseman shot again, and it doubles off Jordy Ray. And there's going to be a conversation over there, a teaching moment for Coach Fuller. I like that. But, again, bad luck for Maddox Chapman. And twice now he's hit it to that third baseman, and twice has nothing to show for it.
Well.
So that's baseball for you. We get 5 in that inning. That was a big inning for us. 5-1 West Central. We'll be back for the top of the 6th here in about 60. Top of the 6th inning, big bottom of the 5th for West Central. They pick up 5 runs in that inning. Big thanks to Brock Fuller, who had a big 2-run shot. Colby Pratt steps back on the rubber for West Central. Nice inning out of Pratt. The inning before kept the Braves right where they were. This is the number 9 batter. He is the third baseman, and boy, has he played a great third base today for the Indians. Noah Haddon has doubled up on a line drive, a couple of West Central. He's thrown across the diamond on a couple of great plays. And he's really done a nice job down there.
No free passes here.
3-1 count. And Pratt walks him. So that'll bring up the top of the order. Wiseman, who's the shortstop. He's put some good swings on the ball. Nothing to show for it right now. We hope that stays that way as first pitch is a strike. Good baseball by Wiseman as Pratt had walked the batter before. Might have him.
Terrible
He
throw.
throws it in the dirt, and it's going to get past the first baseman. They're going to try to go to third base. Chapman throws the ball to Pratt. Nice job by Chapman getting over there, but that's going to be an error on Pratt. In that chaos, Wiseman is still down a strike. And that one squirts away from Fuller. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Got to go back with that philosophy of, just find the zone. If he hits it to the right side and does get the run in, not
That's
a big
fun.
thing. Yeah. Swing and a miss on that one.
Trade a run for an out, don't you?
Absolutely. And at this point, it's 6th inning. It's 5-1 lead for West Central. Runner on third, the Braves have. Wiseman chokes up. I love when batters do that. And he swings through that one. Nice job by Pratt of fighting back. You may see sunglasses on. They're really not sunglasses. They're prescription glasses, aren't they not, Dad?
They are, yeah.
I heard the umpire ask that. I didn't know. Is that different? Because in travel ball, it doesn't seem to matter.
I know you're right.
You can put those on all you want. They can be sunglasses, but these are prescription glasses.
He talked his mom into those, not me.
You know what? He was probably blind as a bat, and you wouldn't let him get these glasses.
You're right. Yeah.
I can't see, Dad.
I don't think they even pass him on a sports physical until they put him on. Not those, but his regular glasses. And he got new ones again today.
So he was right. Listen to him. Colbury
I
ahead
think
of
they're
this
black with a crossbones.
Oh, yeah, like Ricky Vaughn. Off-speed pitch, like what he's doing there. Missed it, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Is this your number?
This is
2 hole?
This is the number 2 hole, the center fielder. Nice job. Nice job by Brock. Right there. That's an 8th grader doing, and a kid who obviously
And
is
he's put a lot of work in.
putting a lot of work in. Nice block in the dirt. Pops up, gets the tag. Because that could have gone a lot of different ways. That gets away. Not that it gets away from Brock, but the runner gets away from Brock. Now he has to make a throw.
We got to figure this all out now. It looks like.
Makes things a little different.
Huddy going to center.
It's going to be a pitching change here. We're going to figure this all out.
Knox going to third. Colby going back to first. Jordy coming to the mound.
Looks like that's right. Jordy Ray will come out of the outfield, and he's the lefty. He's going to pitch for us. That'll move Knox off first base, and we were talking about Knox, and he's going to have to learn to play a lot of positions based on who's pitching, I think. Colby takes back over his position, first base, and Hudson Little will go out to center field. Hudson, another one that's going to have to learn to just kind of play different positions.
Yeah. I guess that's a good thing to have, isn't it?
I think so. We're going to see Jordy Ray for the first time, and he's one of those guys that I was pretty high on, coming into this year. I'm sure Coach was as well, because he's a lefty, he's athletic, and he looked really good last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're watching him warm up. Again, this is all just positional, as everybody stays in their lineup position, or order, I should say. But again, we have Hudson Little that goes from third base to center. Knox Vorpin goes to his third position, first base to third base. And Jordy Ray comes in from center field to pitch, while Pratt, who did a great job, goes back to first base. Jordy Ray inherits a runner at third base. He's done with his warm-up tosses. He'll see a lefty. And the pitcher right now, and that's Dolbear. First pitch is right there, just a little bit high for ball 1.
Brings her down just a smidge.
First 3, all balls, but I'll just say he's around it.
Yeah, his warm-ups look good too.
Yep,
I mean,
he's around it. It doesn't hurt. This kid looks like he knows how to swing the bat, so I'm not at all worried about walking that batter. Not that Brinks can't pick him up. That's the guy that'll dig in. He's the first baseman again. Another one of those corner guys that's did a great job. He's knocked down a couple of line drives that have taken hits away from batters. So
yeah.
Your son being one of them.
Yeah. That run scores.
I wondered when that was going to come. I wasn't going to say it on the air, but it's just the getting set part of it.
Not set long enough.
Yep. So Bach's going to allow Haddon to score for the Braves, and that makes it just 5-2.
Probably getting a little antsy with knowing that guy was probably going to run on first.
Yep. Even then, I'm not sure. You can hear the coach say he did it again over there at first base. Just getting him to settle down here. This is part of the game that, as it's 3-0 now, it's part of the game that I don't envy any coach, and I'm talking high school, anything that has pitch counts, having to manage all this. Junior high baseball, every team I think goes through this as he pumps one in there for a strike, is trying to manage pitch counts when you're playing 4 nights a week or sometimes 5 if you pick up a Saturday like we're going to. This season is over, September 9th is our last regular season game.
26 days, 16 or 17 games?
He swings through the second one, and Ray fights his way back. Full count here. So
we had Packet full Pratt, full count Fuller, maxing out Mason. I don't know what we got for Jordy.
Yeah, we'll get something for you. You just hang tight, Jordy. We got something. We just got to think of it.
Good
Nice job
buddy.
by Jordy Ray. He comes back 3-0, fights his way back, strikes the batter out. That was a big one. And we go into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yep.
Scores 5-2. Bottom of the 6th, it's going to be Fryman. Then we batted 9 the inning before, and he was the reason we got started. You can't say much enough about kids like Fryman, who, again, he was in a one ball. He was in the hole big time, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and worked his way back, battled, ended up walking. Stole the base on the next pitch, as he always tends to get great jumps, and then Brock Fuller deposited one into right field.
Yes,
so
he did.
That was what we needed to get jump started, and we ended up getting 5 that inning. So Fryman again ahead 2-0. He sees a high strike fall in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. In every sport he plays, just such a headsy player. He pops one up. If the catcher can find it, oh, he almost makes a great play. Makes the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice job by Fryman. He sends one a little pop up to the first baseman, and it's going to be, the play's going to be made. I don't know. After seeing Brock and his last at bat, there'd be serious talk about maybe intentionally walking him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't want anything to do with you. Did he get hit? No, he didn't. They say ball inside. And if I'm Brock, I don't want to be hit anyway. Ball in the dirt. Again, not only does he hit for power, we talked to, we gave him the nickname Full Count Fuller. He just works counts. Last year, never was overmatched. He has great hands, too.
Pretty quick.
One of the ones that he can put it over the fence, or he can serve it somewhere wherever he wants to. Just the way he handles the bat and the way his hands work. I tell my son this all the time. You need to watch Brock. Watch how he uses his hands. He's never seemed fooled. 3-0, and he's not going to even see one. So the unintentional.
He wants to hit.
Intentional walk.
Yep. Well, Huddy got his workout there. He's got 3 baseballs for the umpire.
Hudson Little has an average now on a little pop fly that was a little miscommunication between the first and second baseman. You really can't give anybody an error. It falls cleanly as a hit in his last at bat. Another one of those hits that was, we'll call it big after that 2-run home run, get us started again.
Ryan's over there getting a bunch of that swag, these players like to have now, the drip or whatever. We're going to have to get him a European carry-all.
Yeah.
He'd look good wearing a European carry-all. Can't even say it because I'm laughing so hard.
Fuller steals that one early, easy. He got me all flustered now. It was a ball and a little. Makes it 2 balls, no strikes. Fuller steals that one. He would have had it easy, too.
And he's being courtesy ran by Springer.
That's the second time we've seen Springer courtesy run. Hudson jumps out of his shoes on that one. He wanted that one. Just missed it.
We were talking the field earlier. I said, I know Justin, he puts a lot of time out here, especially getting it ready, but then kudos to Eric Dorsey.
Yeah, that's another one I was going to mention.
That comes in, moves the sprinklers for him, shuts them off between his lunch hour, and then Justin comes back through and does it. And
both guys, we appreciate guys that just put, and we talk about this all the time with different sports, different venues, different, community members that just do more.
Obviously that's not part of their pay, so.
Yeah, especially Eric. We pay Eric so well.
Yeah.
He should just move him himself.
Yeah.
All the time. Just kidding. Appreciate it. Mr. Dorsey, as he is going to watch Mason step in. It's a big spot for him. Another one, if they put it in there, he'll turn it around in a hurry. Hudson Little advances on the first pitch. Second one is high.
He ran into a few this summer.
I think I saw one of them. This is going to bring out the coach to either settle Dolbear down or. Looks like the questions that he's asking is about number of visits, but so he's not coming out. Just kind of more of a settle down. looks like he's talking him through mechanics. Another thing I want to point out is the umpire did a great job, I thought, in between innings. Jordy Ray balked, and he called him over just to kind of talk him through,
what he had done wrong.
What he was doing. So I like that. Again, we're in junior high. It's great to win. I'm as competitive as anybody. It's always nice to see guys that'll
Charles
step
does
up.
a good job.
Yep. Charles came over and allowed it to be a teaching moment, and kudos to Jordy, not being frustrated enough to come over there and listen to it and
Absolutely.
get better. Ball in the dirt, that's going to make it 3-0. And Dolbert is getting himself in a little bit of trouble here. Ball gets away from the catcher. That makes it 6-2. West Central. Nice job by Connor Springer coming in. That's just, if you want some playing time on this team, there's going to be spots like that where you can courtesy run, make yourself valuable, however you have to do it. That's not to say that these guys won't get some playing time if bats don't show up. It's going to be a fake to third first. They're going to get, Alexander, great slide, gets under it even though he was picked off. Hudson Little scores. I'm going to call it a double stolen base. It was the fake to third, throw to first move. They had Alexander, and just, again, we talk about his athleticism a lot. High throw, he slides under.
I thought for a second Huddy wasn't going. She just took a late break on it, but.
Dolbert's pitch is high. I apologize. I've been behind on the score. I'm really going to have to critique myself, watch this again, and fix this stuff. 7-2 West Central.
We're just volunteers.
Colby Pratt finally sends one over the first baseman's head. It's going to be a single. Is he going to try to leg it out? Nah, he's going to stay close. That's going to be an RBI.
He's no Carl Lewis, bud.
We'll take it.
No Carl Lewis there.
So we've got Mason Stocker. Is this going to just... So it's going to be Mason Stocker. We talked a little bit about him. He hasn't played yet. He's going to slide into the DH spot for Easton Van Tile. These are, again, both Easton, Mason. We'll talk about a couple guys that come up that are, guys that are going to see some playing time. And Mason's one of those kids that I've seen him hit the ball. He runs into one. He can send it a long way.
Yeah.
Sees the first one in the dirt. Pratt will advance. Doesn't take much. Just such a strong kid, too, His swing looks pretty
he's got a good swing.
Free and easy like that. Just rockets one into the corner.
Oh.
But they're going to call it a foul ball. One of the guys that's going to contribute, again, as we start figuring some things out for junior high baseball. 1-1 count to Stocker. Just missed something. And he sends one high to the center fielder, and that's a good one out there. Knox found that out earlier, and it's going to be a fly out. But nice job by Mason Alexander. He's showing you right there what he's capable of. A nice free and easy swing, and puts it out there in center field for.
How about Jordy Ray going right center again, hopefully, here?
Trust your coaches, and he allowed himself to be coached twice, really. One by the umpire that we were just talking about, and then the time before what you were talking about, you could hear Coach Fuller like he's probably saying it right now. Don't pull off this. The pitch is where it is. Take it to right field. Did just that for big RBI. Fouls that one off. He sends one up the middle. It's going to squeak through. They're going to hold up Colby Pratt on the single. 2 outs here. It is 8-2, West Central. Knox has walked twice and flied out to left center field. 0 for 1 on the day. Been pretty patient, had some good swings on the ball.
I thought Jordy might be moving a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know philosophy-wise what.
Maybe not because
Little
third to first
move. Is that a legal move anymore in like high school?
I don't know.
I didn't know if they changed that. Knox sees one float in there. Jordy Ray takes second base. So there's your answer, Phil.
Just trying to work the count, I'd say. Knox.
Well, he's seen, he's one of those, of my two sons that will pay attention a little bit to the game. Blaine reacts, which is great too.
Yeah.
He's just such an athlete that just reacts. And Knox is a thinker. He thinks his way through things. So he's seen on deck this guy struggle, and he takes his third walk of the game. So great on-base percentage.
Yep.
Here's the guy with the collar and the roughest luck of all. He's hit a couple line drive shots, a couple hard ground balls. Doesn't have anything to show for it.
He's got to switch pitchers now.
In this one.
Another visit.
So Dolbear struggled a little bit. You can tell he's one of the future of the Braves and Indians program. So you can tell he's athletic. You can really tell it at the plate when he's swinging the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So one of those guys you got to watch out for. So we're going to see a new pitcher for the Braves. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll get everything squared away for you. Back at it here in the bottom of the sixth. We have 2 outs. New pitchers, Baynard for the Braves. It'll be Maddox Chapman. Again, we just talked as we broke. Man, he's running into some bad luck, baseball luck that is, as he's hit the ball pretty sharply most of his at-bats. There he gets one. Is he going to get one? There it is.
That's going to score Ray.
He's going to send 2. That's right
that's a
fielder.
Nice throw. Get the bat out of the way.
And that's a 2. That's a single. And advancing to second is Maddox on the throw. He was due because he was definitely hitting the ball sharply. He just couldn't find that hole.
Center fielder.
Yep. So Chapman advances to second on the throw. It is not a double. It's a single. Advancing on the throw. That'll bring in Fryman. 10-2 West Central. We talked off the air. We're getting close to that 2-hour mark, so kind of wondering where we're at there. It's 2-hour time limit for these games unless you're in postseason, I believe.
Right. I know we finished in and out right at 4:30, so maybe 4:35, 4:38 start time. Not sure.
Fryman, yes, single for Fryman. He's going to score. This could be the 10 run that we need, and that's going to be the ball game. Nice job by Fryman as he hits a line drive over the first baseman's head for a single and scores both runners.
I'll tell you what, way to battle back and finally took the third time through the order to finally wake him up, huh?
Yeah, it was, and I'm sure we're going to have Coach Fuller on here at some point. It won't be, we're going to play some B innings, and I know he's going to umpire behind the pitching mound, so we're not going to get the chance to talk to him right away. But if you stick around after the B innings that I believe we're playing, he's going to talk to us a little bit about it, and I'm sure that's what he's going to talk about. Is just sometimes it just takes a while for that first game and bats to start hitting. But if you take from the bottom of the fifth on, they woke up. They played good baseball. It's a 12-2 win for West Central. We'll catch you up on some stats here in a minute as I wrap it up on Game Changer. We'll take a quick break. We'll get ready for some B innings. We're not going to keep the score or anything like that, but we'll try to do our best to get names out there and telling you a little bit about what's going on in this game. See you in a few. All right, we got some B innings here, and we're going to get you caught up on where everybody's at least from the West Central side of things. It's Almsmeyer that will lead it off for the Braves. First pitch by Jacoby Bigley is fouled off. Knox Fortman will be behind the plate. Mason Stocker at first base. It looks like Ian Brown's playing second base. Shortstop looks like Connor Springer. Easton Van Tile playing third base. And unfortunately, the outfielders, I'm going to have to really focus here. They're a little too far for me. I don't have a lineup card or anything. This is just kind of some extra things to get some kids some playing time, especially for West Central. There's, close to 20 kids on this team, so that's nice. We appreciate the Indians playing some extras. I'm sure they have some players that they would like to get in. And we saw this guy pinch run. Here's a shot to shortstop. What a pick by Connor Springer. He throws it across the diamond for the first out. What a play. Nice job by Connor Springer. Stayed with the baseball, kind of took a hop on him right at the very beginning, and really might have been just kind of caught between hops. But made a great play. Throws it across the diamond for out number 1. That'll bring in number 24, Dushinsky. He takes it off the foot. And in B innings, you get it's kind of, we're going to call it maybe a little bit of banana ball. He got hit on the toes, but Coach Fuller, the umpire, says, you want the base or you want to keep hitting? And I like that approach, young man. Staying in the box and just wanting to hit. Ball 2. If I have this right, this looks like maybe the head coach for Payson's over there. I see him, a good guy. Looks like maybe this is his son at the plate. 3-0 count. Nice job. He rips it to the shortstop. Nope, that's Easton Van Tile. Cuts off the shortstop and makes a great play. He's one, too, that plays a great third base. There's a lot of guys, and I said this in the first game, that, you better be on your toes as far as not sleeping one game, because there's guys behind you that are pushing for spots in a good way, a good competitive way. It's a good problem to have for Coach Fuller. And Easton Van Tile's one of them. He started as a designated hitter, but he's a good third baseman too. And he showed it right there, because it was going to be hard for Connor Springer, the shortstop, to field it and get it across the diamond because it was so deep in the hole, and Van Tile just cut it off. That'll bring in Sill for the Indians. 2 outs. I don't know if they're just going to run through batters. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they actually play 3 outs. Again, it doesn't matter. Jacoby Bigley, I want to talk a little bit about him. It's like he's found, he's coach's son too. So he's found a groove as a pitcher as that one falls in there for a strike. And it really, for me, watched him in the last Little League game. He played on our team at the last game and threw 3 or 4, maybe 3 innings. Threw really well. Threw well for the Blue Cats, that travel little team that we have here, as that one's in the dirt. And it was really started to, things have started to click for him, especially on the mound. He's always been, again, a headsy baseball player. Being a coach's son, it's kind of forced in you to be headsy, I guess. You just around it so much.
Yeah. Well, it's no different than your boys is like gym rats, in the basketball.
Yep. My boys live, and Knox loves baseball too, but, if they had to pick one, probably basketball they would lean towards. Blaine definitely would, but you're right. So I'm really happy to see Jacoby. He's another, again, just talking about pieces West Central has. He's another one of those pieces that is going to do well for West Central. We're going to stay here as that was strike 3. Again, this is B inning games. We looked like Corwin Wade's coming in for left field. I couldn't see the outfielders very well. Bryson Bloxham was in right field there maybe. And he played a little bit as far as courtesy ran. So there's pieces here, and I know Coach Fuller will talk a little bit about it as he's going to be on air here at the end of these B innings to talk a little bit about the game and a little bit about what he has. And I know he's pretty excited about not only his son being an 8th grader in that group, but the pieces he has here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, he puts lots and lots of time in that. to get them all together. So,
well, Grant being our high school baseball coach does a great job.
and he started that years ago.
And he started that little Rage team that really just graduated, and had won, 3 regionals in a row. And,
Yeah.
I mean, and Justin, Coach Fuller, is no different. He has put a lot of time from, those freshmen that played this year on the high school baseball team all the way down.
They started as 12-year-olds.
Yep, all the way down to, what do you have this year, 10 or 11 U?
Yeah, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's put a lot of time in. And, of course, we take our lickings sometimes against the real serious travel teams. But that's not the point of this. The point is to build what we have here in high school. So he's doing a great job trying to distract me now as he's out in front of me. So, but, yeah, that's one of the reasons why we're successful, and not just junior high, but coming into the high school. We're going to see some good teams roll through here. And it has a lot to do with Coach DeWitt and Coach Fuller and all the stuff that they've done. So I'll do my best to try to get the Indians caught up. It looks like it's going to be number 21 pitching for the Indians. I'm sorry, this is the Braves, junior high. Let's see here, number 21. I don't have a 21. Oh, yes, I do. Wiseman. He was the shortstop in the first game. So we're going to get to see him come in and pitch, I'm sure. See what he's got. His first batter will be Connor Springer. I don't know if you caught that, Phil, but he had a heck of a play in the first out.
Shortstop, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, he stayed with it. It was just going to be an in-betweener hop, too. And stayed with it, fielded it, threw it across the diamond for out number 1, so big one. Wiseman is ready now. Connor Springer will dig in.
Take that one a little over his head there.
Come on, Jacoby, be a little faster. Jacoby, my on-deck batter, he wasn't back there to get that wild pitch.
I know he wasn't.
I'm giving him a hard time.
Huh? Oh, no swing.
Well, I think Connor was going to help him out a little bit if it would have been a couple inches a little lower.
Justin's not really on those appeals. He's a little rough on him. He got the banana ball game.
He get booed.
Oh, no, well, the announcers called him out by his full name. I mean, not middle name, but first and last name. And, I mean, it's bananas.
Well,
it's a lot to
I don't even know how he did what he did.
It's in front of 44,000 people, and
I'd be in awe of just where I was at. And
right.
I wouldn't be paying a lick attention. Let's just get honest.
It's tough. Then talking to Matt Olson was there also, so that was a nice write-up in the Source about Matt, and then Justin's hometown where he was from, they did a nice article about him in the newspaper too.
Wiseman's pitch is a strike. It's going to, I think, even the count 2-2. Springer sees, I guess it was ball 4. That'll bring in Bigley. He was the pitcher in the first inning. I don't know if Coach Fuller will move. Sometimes you see him let him pitch a couple innings. Sometimes you just see a rotation of pitchers come through. I don't even know how many innings we're playing. Stick with us. You won't see a score up there either. It's a nice time to get some guys some playing time.
Absolutely. Extra work doesn't ever hurt.
Nope, and I'm just speaking from the West Central side because I know. I mean, there's some guys that need to stay sharp because you never know when you're going to need them. I mean, you may see a whole different lineup on Friday when Greenfield comes here. because you've got that flexibility. You know, you've got guys that can step in and play. So. Wiseman's pitch gets away from the catcher, and Springer moves from second to third. Bigley sees ball 4. That'll put him on first. We have runners at the corner. And that'll bring in Mason Stalker. He had an at-bat in the first game, flied out to center field. Talked a little bit about him already. He's one of those guys that we're talking about that, you know, any given day could be in the lineup, either as a designated hitter. He plays some first base. And he's a kid that can do some damage.
He's just got a nice swing.
Yeah, talked about it in the first game too. You know, it doesn't take much when he barrels something. He's just such a strong kid. He can put it out there. Ball a little high. It's going to even the count.
You know, how we started playing with those guys during the COVID year. You know, we went up to Jameson's up there for a machine pitch.
Yeah, and he's one of many, I'm going to say, that have come a long way as an athlete.
And Van Tile, he helped out. He played with us.
Yep, Easton
Jace, Colby. Brock was just in and out, helping us a little bit. But Huddy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we started putting all these boys together.
Well, and I think Coach Fuller, just a passion for the game, one. But two, you know, the writing was on the wall. This was very much, it probably still is, very much a basketball town, I guess you want to say it that way. But he's brought excitement to baseball. He's got numbers in baseball. I mean, high school baseball for West Central there for a while, you know, 11 kids, 10 kids, whatever. You're starting to see the numbers. And again, when you go back to Coach DeWitt, you go back to Coach Fuller, and the time and energy they put into it has generated that excitement. I'm going to guess it's a full count. Our scoreboard operator left us, so I'm guessing no game changer anymore.
He gone.
And it's going to be ball 4 as Stalker walks, brings in Easton Van Tile. Easton started as a designated hitter in the first game, put the ball in play. I think he had what I call an infield single in one of his at-bats. He sends a high fly pop-up, really, to the shortstop, and he handles it. We get a number on that kid, number 6. Oh, dear. He was the designated hitter in the first, so Easton pops out. That'll bring in Bloxham for West Central. I believe that's out number 1 for West Central. Bloxham puts it in play. I like that. Be aggressive. See something you like. Wiseman working from the stretch. Again, just keep an eye on YouTube. Bloxham puts it out a nice little bunt. The only problem is there's a force out at home.
Yep.
And Wiseman, the pitcher, makes a good play on it. Man, that was a good bunt in the other situation.
Absolutely.
Put it right on the line. It was going to stay fair. That'll bring in Ian Brown. Look at those locks. Wearing the rock and the long hair.
That's right.
Ian Brown, an 8th grader. Just an all-around team player, you know.
Absolutely.
A very supportive kid. Plays hard. Coached him a couple times in basketball, so familiar with him.
Geez, and you started those kids coaching them when they were in the 5th grade, right?
Yep, some of them. It's a pitch that gets away from the catcher. Bigley's going to have to hustle, and he just gets in under the tag. Nice job, Jacoby. Good read on that as it got past the catcher.
Ian, good job getting out of the way, letting him come in.
Wiseman's pitch. Brown swings through it. Good swing. Aggressive swing by Ian. Kind of like what we were talking about in the first game. Just let it travel a little bit, Ian, and that would have been a good swing on it. Got ahead of it. Wiseman pitches. It gets high. Nice job by the catcher, Dolbear, back there. He's not a very tall kid anyway, but every inch counted there because he snagged a pitch that was probably headed for the backstop. Again, if you're just tuning in, it was a 12-2 win for West Central. It wasn't as easy as the score. Ian Brown puts one in play. It's to the shortstop. They're going to have to hurry. You're not going to get him. Oh, maybe they are.
Had him out by 76 feet.
It's one of those we talked about with Maddox Chapman earlier in game number 1. That he just stayed with it, fired it across the diamond, and gets Brown by a half a step. But good job by Ian Brown putting that ball in play.
Absolutely.
So we're headed to the top of the second. We'll see who comes in and pitches. We'll just stay live here as I think there's one more batter for West Central they're going to try to get in. It does look like Jacoby's going to come back out. So it looks like Bloxham was in center. Still got Springer at short, Van Tile at third. I imagine Mason Stocker's going to come out to first base. He does. There's Ian Brown at second base. We got Corwin Wade in left field. And I didn't announce the right fielder, so I'll wait for him to get out there.
I think that's all we got.
Oh, we just playing with
8.
No wonder I was struggling trying to find him. I'm like, I just told everybody my eyes are terrible. I'm only seeing 8. I guess that's
your eyes are better than mine, but my hearing's better than yours.
Yeah, everybody's hearing's better than mine.
See no evil, hear no evil. Is that a movie?
I don't know. You're getting more into analytic. We're missing him already.
I know.
We missed you though. Coach Fuller and I did a junior high softball game. I don't know if you got to tune in, but we were a hot mess. We didn't have pens, score. We were all over the place. We didn't have the assistant to the traveling secretary picking up all the pieces. We didn't have a tent at one point.
I would have probably remembered the backpack, but I've got some guy texting me, bring the table. Bring some more chairs if you're still at home.
I was hoping you'd bring that nice battery-operated fan that Kirsten got you. I thought that'd be nice under the table here.
You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. Supposed to be a warm one Friday if we're going to do this again.
Yeah, so that'll bring in Gooding. He was the catcher. Nice swing by Gooding. He swings through it, though. Jacoby's smiling because he threw an off-speed pitch, and I think it just dove from lack of speed.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby.
Butterflies, right?
Yeah, nice job by Knox getting in front of that.
Soft toss and lefty.
Yep. That's one of the things he needs to work on. He knows is blocking pitches. And if he watched his 8th grade counterpart late in that game, that was a big block by Brock on a pitch, I believe, from Colby. Gooding swings through that one for a strikeout. That's the first out.
Knox did a good job catching this game.
Yeah.
Because he didn't see Brock. Obviously, they're on different teams.
Didn't see Brock, and he doesn't see his kid as firm as Brock, throwing the ball. It's kind of like what we talked about in high school.
But Colby had Brock, I understand. But, those guys, but they caught him in Little League, and it's a big difference.
Yeah, when you haven't seen him in a year.
It's a big jump.
You haven't seen him in a year. And
you had Thrice throwing to Brock last year, and it's a big jump.
That's Haddon in the batter's box right now for the Braves. Yeah, and we talked about that even in high school. You got a guy like Dalton Hutton who's coming in, I think it was his junior year, and we were all like, who's catching? Oh, nice play by Easton Van Tile. That's what I'm talking about. That kid can play third base. You saw him cut off a ball that really was deep into the shortstop hole in the last inning.
And he one-hopped it over to Mason.
Then that was a rocket shot at him, and he just made it look easy. And I'll give a little credit to Mason Stocker, too. The Van Tile had more time because he made such a great play, but he one-hopped it to Stocker, and Stocker picked it. So Who is that? That is
Was it
O'Dear. That was up to bat. He took it kind of a little bit off the wrist there. He's going to take his base. They always give him the option here in B innings if they want to stay in there and keep hitting. He's like, nah, I'm okay. I'll go to first base. Steal some bases. There he goes. Knox Vortman's throw is right on the money. The tag is not there. Springer couldn't handle it. Nice job by Knox. And he's doing something that works for him right now. You know, he's not as strong as Brock, so he's been taught to get it on the one hop.
Yes, sir.
And he's doing just what he's told. I thought it was a great throw.
It was a good throw.
And it would have been an out, just unfortunately Connor couldn't handle the throw. Wiseman up, he fouls that one off, and so just as we're going to compliment Knox, we're going to tell him also, as he just heard Coach Fuller say the same thing, don't turn your body as a catcher. All your gear's on the front side of you.
Yeah.
You catch one in the ribs and going turning away.
Looks like Mom's going to have a good time watching that uniform tonight, isn't she?
Yeah, those are the pants we bought, on vacation, Phil.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah. Throw to third on the money, and he just gets under the tag. And Easton Van Tile taps his chest like, that's my bad. Another good throw by Knox. But, that's the kid that just got hit on the wrist. He just swiped 2 bases.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll show you.
Absolutely.
Jacoby sneaks one in there. Little off-speed pitch. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wiseman sees that pitch again. I saw him in the first game in some of his swings. He might deposit one. He did. He waited on it and spun it out there in the left field for an RBI single. He knows what he's doing at the plate, that being Wiseman. Yeah, you hear Coach and Dad, Coach Bigley said, you went to that way too many times.
Yeah. That old third Wiseman will get you.
Come on, Dad.
Right, the 3 Wiseman, it'll get you.
Yep. That brings in Shrek. And that's the great thing about it, as a coach, more basketball coach for me, but just giving them an opportunity to learn, learn from your mistakes.
Yep.
He's a coach's son. He's going to pick it up pretty quickly. But we saw, the umpire go over to one of our pitchers and say, hey, this is why I called a balk on you in between innings. He was receptive to that. Of course, Coach Fuller's always coaching the little things of baseball when they happen, and our kids are good about being receptive to that as well. Stolen base by Wiseman. Just got a great jump on Bigley, and there wasn't much of a chance for Knox. Shrek at the plate. We're going to check on the runner, Wiseman. Shrek sends one out to Corwin Wade. He can't get to it, and it gets past him a little bit. Wiseman's going to score on this one. Throw comes into second base. Well, comes into the cutoff, Connor Springer. It's an RBI single. First pitch is fouled away. Old Bear is up. Nice play by Jacoby. It was a sharply hit ball. He fields his position really well.
It's a nice play.
And Old Bear is thrown out.
And knows to go right to first with it.
Yep.
That was nice.
He knew his situation with 2 outs, fired it to Stocker, and that ends the top of the second. If you're keeping track of score, and we're really not, I think it's 2-1 Braves in the second game. Bottom of the second inning, Almsmeyer is going to be the pitcher for the Braves. He's finishing up his warm-up tosses. It'll be Corwin Wade that will step in first for West Central. He sees one high from Almsmeyer. Again, this is the B inning, so it's good to see some kids get some extra time. We're going to have Coach Fuller's post-game wrap-up. He says it's sponsored by Central Valley Sports, so we're going to go with it.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. So thank you to Central Valley Sports, whatever you did for this post-game wrap-up with Coach Fuller.
Absolutely.
Corwin Wade has worked a 3-0 count. Want to see him swing the bat.
Yeah.
Get him something in there. This is what.
Two upstairs on, and that one was way outside. So. Knox was chasing ball 4. I heard Bigley say that.
We don't chase ball 4 now.
Once again,
he's just the mayor. He's
just
going to help everybody
yeah.
out. Shaking hands, get some babies.
That's right.
See strike 1. This is B inning, son. Swing the bat if it's close, right?
Ready to rip. Wade's got to probably get him another step there. He gets one for another lead.
Plus, in this game, if you wear it, you're going to get the option to stay in.
Yeah, that's right. Faster, Connor, faster.
Knox fouls that one off.
Faster, Connor, faster.
Coach Fuller is the umpire behind the pitcher's mound. Doing a nice job kind of helping the young kid from the Braves figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, especially right now as they're developing.
Hey, it's all about learning.
And he's a kid right now. He's a tall, lanky, probably 7th grader, I'm going to guess. So you like those tall, lanky ones. They can bring it when they get to high school. What a surprise. Knox walks again.
Yeah.
That would be his 4th walk of the day. You don't have anybody to hand all of his stuff to. You're just going to have to run with it.
The European carryall?
Yeah. That brings in Connor Springer.
Always trying to use some Seinfeldisms, aren't we?
Yeah. My favorite show.
It's great.
Ball 2.
And you did some upgrades at the softball field. I was going on vacation, but another batting cage there, correct?
Yep, got another batting cage done. I want to thank everybody for helping out there. We had a whole slew of people there. Matt Bangert, of course, Jamie Arnold was being the construction guy.
Yeah.
Probably worked all week in the heat, and then he's generous enough to give his time on a Saturday to come in and help us out. So we appreciate guys like that. I think we had Aaron Stewart, Coach Fuller was there, myself, Aaron Liddick. I hope I'm not missing anybody. I know Matt Banger's son was there.
Sam Ford
was there. Oh, Lord, I shouldn't have started naming names because, I don't want to miss anybody. But, again, a lot of community members. That's what's great about the Cougar Boosters and both facilities. Even here, you look at this diamond, it's for a junior high diamond, I'd say it's one of the best, if not the best that I see. I'm a little biased. We put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah, we have.
Of course, Matt Banger has a lot to do with that, as he put a lot of a lot of effort into it as far as moving dirt and getting things squared away. This wasn't there was a field here. As Connor puts the ball in play, it's going to be a nice job by the pitcher. He's going to make it the force out at third base, and Corwin Wade will be out. But, if you don't know much about this field wasn't sitting exactly where it used to be. So it wasn't like it was.
I think you were explaining that to someone earlier.
Yeah, that wasn't like we didn't have a lot of work to do. Home plate has actually moved up. What would you say, 25, 20 yards?
Oh, every bit of that.
So there had to be kind of a new configuration. We knew it was going to be shorter fences, so we kind of made it a softball, baseball field as there's a double steal, Knox and Connor advance on the pitch. So it took a lot of people to kind of put it together. It's kind of modeled after, our baseball and softball field over at Winchester.
With
so
the
we've been
fence and the bleachers and the netting. Yep.
It's just, like we said, just a shorter fenced version. As the fences are, 210, 215 maybe?
Yeah, I don't know the exact number, yeah.
So
but you're probably right.
I like that. I think it makes it fun. Brock, turned on one, probably hit it 230, 235, estimating.
Yeah.
But
StatCast.
But also for a junior high kid to put one over the fence, I like a field that allows them to do that.
And Blano had one last year.
Yep.
And Mason.
Yep. And
Thrice had a few.
Being just kind of a baseball guy. But, yeah, there was a couple guys that parked a couple of them, so it's fun. And we got some parked on us, too. So that's the way it goes. No idea what the count is, but Jacoby Bigley's up. He sees one outside. If that would have been your dad back there, Jacoby, you might have got rung up on that. Jacoby has learned to switch hit, so you'll see him bat from both sides. Does pretty good on both sides. He's worked at it, you can tell.
I think we got a full count, I just heard.
Jacoby walks. It's going to bring in Mason Stalker, and I just heard Coach Fuller tell the coaches this will be our last batter. So I don't know if that means it's the end of the game.
So, Denny, your first day back to school, that was today? Teachers only? Is that correct?
Teachers only. If you're following the high school, it's getting there. It's going to be – we're hoping to have an open house maybe in October.
Gotcha.
Just because, floors aren't waxed, carpets aren't shampooed because we just got into the building. But, yeah, the back half of it down there in the commons area and the home ec room got a whole new facelift, a new tile, new kitchens, stuff like that, new commons area.
Great.
Pretty much.
What a great upgrade.
It is. And if we can get moved in, that's the big one. As Stalker fouls one off, kudos to the teachers that I have. We're still dealing with, some outlets that aren't working because they've rerouted some things. And I have one teacher that their lights are on a motion sensor, but the motion sensor is shutting lights off all the time. So we're dealing with that. But by Friday, actually tomorrow, we'll have an inspection of the building to get us occupancy. As Stalker strikes out, and he's giving himself up. And it does look like that's going to be the game. But anyway, we're back in the building. We got a lot of things to do. Kudos to our staff who's just been flexible and going to have to be about a lot of things. So
absolutely.
I just got a call, it looks like, from one of the Vergy guys anyway, wants to talk to me about something. So it's always ongoing. So
right on.
Doesn't sound like it's bad news, but it's always something. So we're going to take a quick break. Coach Fuller is going to take Blaine's headset, who just put some on. We're going to talk to him real quick. Then we're going to wrap this up. And we may or may not be back here on Friday. We will be back here. It'll be on Game Changer, but I'm not sure we're going to broadcast it. It all depends on time. But stick with our YouTube page, and we'll let you know. We'll be back in just a second. Back at it here in Bluffs. We just finished up the B game. I don't even know what the score was, but it's good to get some guys some playing time as always. We appreciate Payson staying. I know it's a road trip for them as well, but getting guys to play a little bit. We've got, like we talked about, a pretty good team, pretty deep team that we have Coach Fuller with us. We'll talk a little bit about that. But let's first talk about the game, a 12-2 victory. You got to kind of brag on your son a little bit, especially the way he came out and then just pounded the strike zone.
Well, hitting's contagious. And, I felt like the first 4 innings we probably had a lot of nerves.
Yeah.
And, had a lot of 7th graders who were making their first A-game start and Kai's trying to do too much. And it's just one of those where I knew once it could have been Brock, it could have been whoever. Somebody got that big hit. And then from that point on, I thought our swings were much better. We were hitting the ball at the middle of the field, using the opposite field. But, yeah, like I said, I was proud of heck of him. I know he's probably really happy to get one out of the way. As a coach, I'm happy he got one now so that game 6, 7, 8, he's not pressing and trying. I keep telling him he's got the power to do it. And if he just puts a good swing on it like he does today, it can go. And that was a big hit for us because we were down, and that put us up, gave us some momentum, and we kind of rode that to the win.
Yeah, so, the big home run that put us up 2-1, but the 9 strikeouts, 4 innings, I've seen Brock pitch a couple times, and especially earlier in his career. He's a hard thrower, 1. But 2, he can sometimes lose the strike zone, and he was very much in command of this game for 4 innings.
And I was proud of him. And honestly, like him and Colby and Mason this summer with Blue Cats really made a jump, I felt, where they started to trust their stuff and command the zone. This was the best I've seen Brock's fastball command ever. Me and Phil, we used to joke around full count Fuller, right?
Oh, we talked about it
in Little League. Every count was going full count, and he had good stuff. So he's not getting cheap outs on the first pitch, getting a swing and a ground ball to shortstop because of his velocity. So he's got to throw 3 strikes before he throws 4 balls in many cases. And today his command was good. And the scary thing is, like, he kind of didn't have command of his curveball, but there's been practices this year where he's had that. And if he can command the fastball that way with that velocity and spin the breaking ball in there, he's going to be tough. So that was good to see first time out.
Yeah, and I like the fact that he just started to attack hitters and not try to get too fancy with too many curveballs or get predictable, so to speak.
That word has been used at our practices a lot the last 7 practices, attack, 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 attack.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of buying into that. And some of our other guys are too. Tonight was his night, and then Friday it's going to be somebody else's night, and they need to have that same mindset.
Won't keep you too long, but we're talking just a little bit about the team makeup. We were talking on air, or maybe even off air, I can't remember, about, every year things change and where do pieces fit, and you've got a pretty deep team. And I was talking about, Knox, Hudson, Jace, Maddox, but also Easton Van Tile, Stalker off the bench tonight, but it might not be Stalker off the bench every night. You've got a kind of a cool thing going on where you've got depth, and you've sometimes got to figure out where those pieces fall. For example, Knox catching, but then he moves to first, and then he moves to third. Hudson moves to center. You just a lot of moving pieces.
Chess match all the time.
It is, and it is nice to have that flexibility. As we get going in the season, tonight I pulled Brock at 65 pitches just because it was first time out. As we get going, I want to extend him, the 75, 80, even go to that 90 pitch range as he's feeling good. But tonight I just felt, even though it was a tight game, to get him out of there, on a positive, he pitched really well and not try to go too far with him. But it is nice having pieces that can move around. And as you said, there are pieces on the bench that, didn't even get in tonight that are pushing and working to try to get in the mix on the A team. And that's kind of cool to see. And that was kind of showcased in that B game. Easton Van Tile, that play he made there at third base, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, it was.
The play Connor Springer made. And those are guys that did not play defensively in the A game. And that's why we do the B games, so that those guys can get that experience and showcase to the coaching staff, hey, this is what I'm capable of doing. And when their time is called, then I know that they can go out there and do it. Yeah,
it's a testament. We talked about it as well as a testament to Grant, really a testament to you with this group, because we talked about the rage and that group that went through, just finished up high school, 3 regional championships. We haven't seen any kind of success like that in baseball that I can remember. And now you've put a lot of time in all this Blue Cat work that's really we have some Triopia kids and we have some extra kids, but it's really been designed for you to put this product out on the field.
Yeah, and I talked to the kids about that the first practice is, many of them, they're very familiar with me. I'm familiar with them, and I think that's huge. That I've coached many of them for many years between, Little League, travel baseball, junior high, and having that familiarity I think is really good. If anything, the one struggle I feel like I have with this group sometimes is they want to perform for me, and it's a good thing. But it's I think when they don't do well, and this is of course the game of failure. When they do well, it's like they feel bad because they feel like they're letting me down. And I've been preaching that the first couple weeks of practice is like, you got to go play for yourself and for your teammates. And while I appreciate that they care about me so much and they kind of want my approval, this is a game of failure, and you're going to fail, and you just got to go keep chugging away and keep playing.
Yep. Well, we'll wrap this thing up. It was a 12-2 victory for West Central. Win number 1 on the season. That's a good one to get under your belt. We have another one on Friday against a Greenfield team, so we're going to lock this thing down. Coach, any last words?
No, thanks for doing this. I know, and I'm sure like many people, my parents, they don't live here, and my family don't live here, so being able to see Brock play and watch the team, I know that they really appreciate it. So thanks for the coverage.
Well, apologies to Phil and I. We missed the home run. We didn't miss it on film, but we had our mics down and didn't realize that we were down. So we went ahead and apologized to the whole Fuller family, but we gave him a great, and all of them, a great recap of the whole thing.
Well, and as long as it's on video, that's all Brock cares about.
I felt like I had a Joe Buck call or maybe even a Jack Buck call or on it. Close enough?
Allegedly.
We will never know.
All right. Well, I'm going to get going, guys. Hey, I appreciate it. The post-game sponsored by Central Valley Sports, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Allegedly.
Yep. Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yep.
All
right.
We appreciate you guys. 12-2 victory for West Central. We might be back on Friday. Play it by ear. Look at our YouTube. Look at our Facebook, social media pages.
Better get some ice cream at Plocky's.
We'll try to get it going. Yep.
All right.
For Phil and Denny, we're out.